In today's episode, I'm excited to dive into a conversation with an artist and an event organiser, Victor, alongside his partner Valentina. We'll explore both their collective mission of VVA and Victor's own artistic journey. Victor shares the inspiration behind the founding of VVA, how the team brings their immersive projects to life, and the creative challenges and breakthroughs they encounter along the way. On a more personal note, we'll uncover the early influences that sparked Victor's passion for art, the evolution of his unique style, and the legacy he hopes to create through his work. Join us as we get a glimpse into the mind of an artist who's dedicated to pushing boundaries, crafting experiences, and inspiring audiences through the power of visual art and bringing the best venues to showcase other artists' work. So thank you and welcome to episode 6. It's art at the end of the day.
The funny thing about this thing of ours, this like a creative art world and everything like that, it's like a relationship. It only gives what you ask and what you demand.
Yeah.
Right? If you just sit there and you try to imply things and you try to stay quiet and you don't really say much, you get nothing. Yeah. You do get nothing. I spent literally like I spent 2012 to 2021 around there, like I spent a long time just producing artwork at home. Like when I left university, I had nothing to my name. I had only gone one semester, so they were like, you know what, so you're gonna cancel? Why are you gonna cancel university? Oh, your student finance didn't come through? Interesting, very interesting. A couple of months later, you owe us like 2,700, right? I'm like, what? No, like, don't do this. Come on, don't do this. Come on, guys. Yeah, you're having a laugh, right? Like, don't. Come on, please. Like, no. You owe us, because this, blah blah blah. You didn't tell us before this, yada yada yada. Next thing I know, I'm on the hook to pay 2,700, and I'm living alone. I've got a car note to pay as well. So, like, I've got car finance to pay. I've got insurance. I was, like, working flat out. Like, and, like, everything was just going nuts. And it's one of those things where, like, I kept producing artwork, but there was no time to show it. There was no time to sell it. I'm living in Clacton, in a place where, like, you're surrounded by nothing but cultural Philistines who don't live in, what I mean? Like, the only art they care about is the seaside, like natural shit. And you're thinking to yourself, the only thing here is the seaside. Like, the only thing that people enjoy in a place like Clacton is the seaside. Yeah. And they want paintings of the seaside. It's like, God have mercy.
There are other things in the world. The sea's nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to keep it on my wall all the time.
Like, the only thing there, like, which came close to a gallery was the museum and the library, which was shamefully tiny.
Okay.
Clacton Museum is a joke. And also there was this, like, little tiny place which had some artwork, but it was all seaside, local stuff, like people's pets, the seaside. That type of artwork which your grandmother would collect, like, just like, goddamn. So I knew eventually, like, I had to come down to London. I had to. And it's one of those things where, like, like, people, they say, like, the gurus, they say, like, just have to wake up at 4 in the morning. You have to seize your fucking dreams. Like, what? Are you gonna be working 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, motherfucker? Like, you ain't got no dreams, ain't got no hobbies.
I know exactly what you're saying.
But they don't tell you that on the other side of it is a fucking living hell. It's like, Jesus, you're waking up at 3 in the morning, you're smashing yourself to pieces before you've done anything. Like, when I was working out, like, at 7 in the morning, going to CrossFit, man, like, for the rest of the day I felt sick. I felt tired, lethargic, sick. I had to, like, mainline water and coffee like it was going out of fashion just to function the rest of the day. So it's like what the stuff that they tell you is just simply insane. You know, there's a price to everything we do.
Yeah.
There was a price to coming down to London. There is a price to creating artwork after a 12-hour shift when you're absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there
definitely.
on the computer half asleep. There are so many times I remember vividly where I would be driving home from work and literally the route would take me past nightclubs. And I'd be just looking.
They're enjoying themselves and soul destroying a little bit.
It's very much like, God, man, am I doing the right thing? You know, yes, this art thing, yes, but there are girls in short skirts. But at the same time, I must be an artist. You know, but they're having a good time. But at the same time, like, I had to keep that dream alive somehow, some way. So it was like just.
How young did you know you was an artist, or was you like drawing as a little child and stuff like that?
Man, it's a weird. My story is it's not weird. It's I think a lot of people go through this, to be honest with you, because the more I've talked to artists, the more I've realized that, you know, the more you talk to people, the more you realize you're not so weird, you're not so strange. But literally, in primary school, I was in Zimbabwe at the time, in Africa, going to primary school, and I saw someone in class drawing, and it was just one of those things where it's like, I still remember watching Saturday morning cartoons, even in Zimbabwe, like stuff like He-Man and like all sorts of really weird, obscure, like not super weird, obscure, like it was so different to what I was used to in Africa, you know. But I was really, really enamored by these cartoons, and like one of the things my mother noted was that when she switched on the TV, I could just sit and stare at the TV for hours and hours. And with these cartoons, like they really, really captured my attention. And then my schoolmates were like, you know, people draw this stuff. You know, they draw these things. And I was like, what? People sit down and draw like The Simpsons and stuff like that? Yeah, like, yeah, they draw. And then like so it got me curious, and I started trying to draw. Like I saw my classmates drawing, and this was when I was super young, around maybe 5 or 6, because I remember one situation where I drew on the wall, and then like I got corporal punishment for so like
a young graffiti artist you were.
Super young. So like if I stopped drawing for a bit, we came over to the UK. I started looking at comic books, thought they were really cool, and but at the same time, I still remember I had a very, very critical, analytical eye from a very young age. So even with comic books, looking at them, I could see like inaccuracies, inconsistencies with the way artists were drawing faces. Things didn't look right, you know. And I would think to myself, like, why are they drawing a human being so badly? Why does the action not look right? Like, why are the proportions wrong? Like, how come? Because you'd look at the credits of the comic book and realize there was a penciler, an inker, a colorist. Like 3 or 4 different people are dropping the ball, and the artwork comes out looking crap. So I was like, okay, you know what? Screw this. I can do this myself.
Can do better,
I think I can do better. Then I picked up the pencil again, and I think the reason I dropped it the first time was because I was bad. And then I picked it up again and realized I was still crap. Absolute worst.
I thought you was going to say I was amazing.
No, man. No, Da Vinci was amazing. Da Vinci was like drawing flowers and stuff from a very young age. You know? Like,
but there's different ways to come at it, isn't it? You either have that straight away, or you develop teaching it yourself by just constant doing.
Yes.
Isn't it? I think that's the way any artist, be it sculptors, painters, drawers, they all sort of, because they're doing it all the time.
Yes.
You develop what you like and how your style is. Isn't it?
Yes.
And that's what I think it is.
And to be honest with you, like I went through particularly in high school, like primary school, I was a bit of an unhappy kid because like family had gone through some things. We had come over from Zimbabwe, and things were not quite going well. So the home life wasn't particularly fun. And then
it's a big challenge to move countries.
Yeah, the cultural shock alone was like, you go from just being a nondescript, no one really cares about you type of kid, to the kid that everyone is making fun of and looking at, my God, look at his accent.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Jesus, what did you just say?
Yeah, exactly. You're being taken out and dropped, didn't you? And
no one's explaining to you anything. Your family life falls apart. One parent is gone.
Yeah.
You're in a completely new country. Like, it's like multiple traumas heaped on top of each other.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey man, just shake it off, man. Just go to school.
Get on
go
with
learn.
It,
Go get on with it. Go learn. Go assimilate. Well, what does assimilate mean? You'll figure it out. Just go.
Just go and do. Yeah.
We love you, but just get the fuck out of here. Go to school.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, you've done well out of it, though. Yeah. But it's...
So one key thing which I'll say before we move on is that, like, I particularly in high school, I would literally draw whilst in school, draw during lunchtime. I was that kid who was drawing all the time. Finish my lunch early, I'd be sitting there drawing. I would sometimes go to the library just so that I could draw, so that I could read my books. I'd borrow from the library like manuals on how to draw comic book style.
Okay.
And literally I taught myself day after day, week after week. If it wasn't reading to improve my English, improve my vocabulary, it was drawing. So I knew that even from a very, very young age, I knew I had to be industrious. I had to provide a service, so to speak, And so, like, I think I've spent maybe a good 5 years or so, like, learning how to draw, and then I taught myself how to do digital art as well. And so, like, the learning never stops, basically. I feel like I've got way more to learn as well.
But you're right. I think it just carries on, doesn't it? Because there's always something you want to achieve.
Pretty much.
And you see a different style of something that you want to do, or different medium and all that. Yeah, exactly. I think you're right. It never stops, and which is good. This is what we're in it for, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
I think we're all a little bit different because artists to people that are not artists, possibly, because I think I found a similarity with everybody, the way they look at the world. But yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
And how did you, like, when did you know yourself that you were a photographer? Like, what got you into it?
I've been taking photos, the usual family snaps and stuff like that, and then just sort of started doing. I mean, I've been sort of creative since sort of probably day dot. I'm always staring out the window and
daydreaming.
Yeah, and staring at shapes mostly. Just I see, like, I don't know, ironwork up a staircase, or like, just looking at a certain shape. But mainly, like, 2 and a bit years ago, decided to give it all in and start doing, because went out with my son quite a lot, taking photos and stuff like that, which started to hone my eye, what I liked. And then thought, no, I'm just going to do it. I'm not working for these people anymore. That are ringing me up going, you're not quick enough, hurry up and do that. Tenancy agreement or whatever. Oh God, no, that's it. I went upstairs, I went, see you later. I'm 50-something years old and you're treating me like I'm 18. No, bye.
Right.
But yeah, nice. And
it's amazing.
when we come in here, and it's changed my life totally, really.
Yeah. And
met yourself and been inspired. I find you Valentina, very hard working in what you do. And
thank you.
Yeah. And when did you decide to do VVA?
We so, man, it's a great question actually, because like, there is so much behind it, but like with VVA, it started because after about 10 years after spending 10 years just sort of like writing stories, doing artwork,
You
doing
write
designs.
as well.
Yeah, I
You're
write
just
as well.
too talented. You're just too talented.
Yeah, no.
Don't be telling me things
You don't
like
want
that.
to. You don't want to know, man. You don't want to know. It's crazy because talent is a double-edged sword. Creativity is a really, really double-edged sword. It's something which is beautiful and which takes from you. And as an artist, this is why I feel like artists should be paid. Like, we should find ways to make it work. We should find ways to gain that validation of someone looking at your art piece on a wall and saying, this is amazing.
Yeah.
David, look what you created.
Yeah.
I love your photography. Oh my God, how much is this piece? Okay, yeah, I'm willing to support you. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to get this piece, I want to get that piece. You know what, better yet, I want to get the whole collection. Because, like, you spend so many years, you spend so many hours of your life communicating these ideas into a complete abyss. And 90% of the time, like, you're not getting any sort of feedback.
Yeah, that's
You're
right, yeah.
just
Yeah, yeah.
like completely there alone, keeping this dream alive. And then, so eventually I knew, like, it was either I stay there or I was listening to a lot of motivational gurus at the time, or I go and I seek my dream. So I decided, you know what, screw it. Let me start going down to London. Let me start going to these art galleries, these art shows. Because if I call myself an artist and I've never set foot inside an art gallery, that sort of doesn't make sense, you know, like, and started coming down. One of the first places where I've exhibited was the Holy Art, actually. So,
Holy Art,
yeah, they're great people. They're great people, and we kept in touch. We talked, and then eventually we got to do the first ever exhibition. It was a fair chunk of change, but at the same time, I was doing a great
they're
job.
not the cheapest.
They're not the cheapest. No, Lord, no. And we negotiated a bit on how many pieces that, like, I could get into the venue, because it was a sizable amount of money. Yeah. So
was that in Shacklewell Lane, their box inside that building?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the place. And I've known so many different artists who have exhibited there, before working with us, and quite a number as well who've exhibited there after working with us as well. But overall, it was just one of those things where you have to follow through.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you say you're going to do something, you have to follow through. Like, if you're creating art, I feel you need to give it a chance to be seen by other people. It's not enough to just create it and then sit on it and then keep it on the computer hard drive, or just keep it hidden away. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's right,
Because then that's almost like you're just practicing insanity, you know, because you're creating something and, like, completely hiding it. Like, I've worked in care, and that's what people with serious mental illness do.
Right.
It's those patterns where, like, they would do something in the hopes of achieving Y, but A has got nothing to do with Y.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, to avoid doing something crazy, you have to, like, follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, at least in my interpretation, so I was creating art. I knew it needed to be seen, and then come 2021, around there, I decided, okay, fine, I'm gonna finally start exhibiting. Did the Holy Art, and then I had the idea soon after doing the Holy Art that I could organize something myself that I needed to. Then I came across one of the co-founders of the Solar Collective, and we got together. We started talking, and then he invited me to go over and check out his Basher gallery. He had been speaking with one of the managers there, and I decided to go down with him. And the particular night that we were supposed to see an exhibition there, the venue was closed.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Like,
I
showed up,
Yeah.
no one was there. Like, I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, we're supposed to do this thing. We're supposed to come see this exhibition. No one is here. And the co-founder was late as well. So
that's not good, is
I'm
it?
standing around like, where the hell is this guy? What's going on? The venue's closed. Is someone playing a joke on me, right? But then he showed up and we started talking, and he's like, yeah, this, that, blah, blah, blah. We need to do something, we can rent out this place, a spatial gallery. He knew about it. He told me about it. And he was like, they've got fairly decent prices as well. So if we split it between like 10 or 20 people, we can make it a much more democratic and much cheaper affair.
Yeah.
And basically, that's how the Solar Collective was born. And we did many, many exhibitions. And then eventually, Valentina came across my profile on Instagram. And she thought I was doing something fairly cool as an artist who's very active exhibiting in London. And then she decided to invite me to one of her events because she was working with a SKT gallery at the time. Yeah. And then I met her, the chemistry was instant, and we just we had the same idea of creating a different organization, something which would sort of democratize the art world. Same thing with the Solar Collective. It was all about democratizing the art world, and again, the VVA is about democratizing. But it's been just a lot of work overall.
Please don't be offended if this sounds offensive.
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't realise VVA was so young. Because the way you create and your attention to detail, your communication with the artist and everything makes you seem you've been doing it for 10, 20 years.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I've dealt with other people and I have to email them going, is the work gone up yet? Or when do you want me to live there? Or this, that and the other.
Yeah.
You guys, you tell us what you could come out with, the schedule, what's going to happen. The pricing is all in front rather than please submit. I'll tell you how much you owe me later, which a lot of them do.
Yeah.
You put it out there. And also, your advertising, your social media is pinpoint. I love the way you do the sections, and then you go to your profile and it's all in there. But it's I didn't realise sort of, was it 3 years then or 2 years you've been running?
It's been it's been 1 year. Literally, now we're in November. We're now in November, so it's been 1 year. Yeah.
Your professionalism is higher than that.
No, thank you.
God knows what you're going to be like in 20 years' time.
No,
but I thought you were going longer than that. I really did think.
It's very kind. It's very kind.
Because I found you through, I think, Yana. When Yana exhibited with you, I said, you're on her, when she sort of had the social media and you popped in, so I clicked on, and then I said, you had a call for an artist, and then I called her and said, what do you think? She went, yeah, go, do it.
Yeah.
And that was the first one down the coffee place.
Yeah, so Alfie's... No, Coffee Matters, actually.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the first one. So,
yes.
But I thought you'd been... No, that's shocked me, to be honest. That's really shocked me, because,
It'd only been a couple of months. We did about 5 months at Coffee Matters. So, we were super new, man. But at the same time, one thing which I would say, before Coffee Matters, I had been exhibiting for about a year and a half, if not 2 years. So I'd roughly, because when I started exhibiting in London, I gave it my all.
Yeah.
I had savings. My savings dwindled.
Because you understand the struggle now.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, for the collective, I felt a personal responsibility.
Yeah.
So when extra costs were coming up, like alcohol or dude, who's gonna pay for the adverts for the Instagram? I'll be just, okay, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Yeah. Alcohol, let me do it. There were other people who also chipped in too, but it was amazing because even at one point I was delivering artwork for people, and running myself ragged, and two of the artists like came up to me and during another event, and they were like, dude, like what are you doing? You need to slow down. Like, you can't be doing this, like, you can't be going this hard,
you got
know,
quality of life as well on top of
you
it.
need to look after yourself. Like, are these people paying you for all these services you're doing, for everything you're doing?
Right.
Like, no, they're not. So why are you doing it? Like, something is going to give sooner or later. And it's like, and that was a real eye opener. But this is the difficulty of the game, man. Is if you want to play, like, there really has to be a price paid.
Yeah.
Like, the art thing, the creative world is
it's hard work, isn't it?
it's super hard work. It's its own job.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I knew I'm a realistic person, so I knew I wasn't going to be a millionaire overnight. And I knew I'd have to put in the legwork and get myself shown, like you were saying, you do. That A to Z, you got to follow through. You can't just go, that's one picture, that's going to sell.
No.
It's ignorant to think so.
Exactly.
But yeah, I didn't realise it was going to be that hard.
And
I didn't realise it's constantly emails and
constantly.
messages going, hello, and can I submit?
Constantly.
That's really, that opened my eyes big time.
And again, like, you know, one thing which, because I've had many conversations with Valentina about photography, she's seen the photography field change. She has seen the way that the rise of our smartphones and the way that everyone thinks that they're a photographer and just put out the asphalt, just take a couple of pictures, I'm done. Yeah,
Indeed.
perfect. You know, so like what for you separates regular trash photography from like art photography? What really, you know, separates something which deserves to be in a gallery versus something which is trite and disposable and no one should really pay attention to it?
Yeah, it's always the composition and the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I use mobile phones, like my favourite Mindset. That was done with a mobile phone. I see the guy, knew the shot. Well, it was a gym. Said Mindset. I thought what he's wearing and the story behind that, and that was done in a second. Other times I'm spending hours waiting for something to happen. Yeah, but I think it's all down to composition.
Absolutely.
You can't just turn up and go. I mean, things happen in front of you.
Yeah.
Or like when you draw, you may have an idea that's bing. All of a sudden, you may have something going on in your head for years that you want to draw or whatever.
Yes.
But it's the same thing. But people do think with mobile phones that they take a picture and go, yeah, look at that, I'm a photographer. Well, no, they're not. Because it's you need that conversation, you need that story behind it.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just a picture.
Absolutely.
And I think that's through just constantly taking. And early on, I didn't carry the bigger camera. I didn't carry that everywhere I went. So a lot of it was mobile phone, and that's how I honed my skill, if you like.
Yes.
But there are more photographers out there than ever. It's just, and probably things like Instagram and that are to blame, even though I'm on it all the time. But they don't help.
It's a necessary like evil, you know. And I must admit as well, one thing is that like when it comes to like just going back to VVA briefly as well, I must give a lot of credit to my partner Valentina, because she's I'm the dreamer type. I'm the guy who's like, you know what, we can, you know, like climb to the top of the shard, you know, with nothing but ice picks and the will to, you know, to do the task. And then she's a bit more like, you know, Vic, we can, but what are the practicalities? You know, like she was.
That's nice. That's the yin and the yang. That's you bounce off each other. The ideas create, don't they? And that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, if you're both the same, it'd be boring.
Because in a way, like for a long time, I always thought I wanted like someone who was like on the same wavelength as me. Yeah. Like got like identical ideas and everything like that, but actually she challenges me. Yeah. She challenges me, and she's got the goods to back it up. Like when you look at the website, that's mostly her. When you look at all the visuals on the Instagram page at vvr.studio. That's all like literally her like curating it, designing it, thinking of the layout, like doing the graft on the Photoshop to make sure everything looks really good, and Illustrator. So like it's the recruitment is a 24/7 thing. I'm doing that almost every day, but when she steps in to do the website, steps in to do the Instagram, like I don't think it was truly like a partnership. Like I wouldn't be here without like her basically by my side.
That's nice. But both being artists has helped you be with VVA, because like I say, your profession in that, I think, comes through the fact that you're both artists and have lived through that, trying to get your work out there, so you understand both sides.
Yes, she's worked as a freelancer, a freelance photographer, so she knows like how to navigate with like all sorts of different people. She knows about like how to conduct yourself in a professional way, and like there is such a thing as analysis paralysis, which sometimes she struggles with, and then I come in as the bulldog, come on, let's do it, let's just go,
Come on,
so sometimes sometimes the professionalism helps, and sometimes it's like, you know what, let's just go, you
can overthink things,
let's just do it, because like if we don't, it's another wasted day. Like yesterday we had a meeting, we had a discussion with someone, and it started off terribly because literally like I had delayed the phone call because I needed to also prepare for a dinner. But it's one of those things where it's like, this is someone, like it's someone from another organization which I can't reveal yet, who's been around for the past 11 years, and he's been doing art fairs. So I can't let someone like that slide away without like having a conversation.
Of course.
We scheduled a conversation early on in the day, and there was no way I was going to miss it, but it started off with me chopping onions whilst trying to talk to him via Zoom, and it's like
you're crying.
The washing machine is and the washing machine is going at the same time. One of the housemates is coming into the kitchen. It's like, God damn, man, what the it's like just complete, like, this is not the way you do things. And afterwards she was telling me like, yo, this is not the way, what the hell was that?
Life, and it doesn't always go as cleanly or whatever as you like it. Then that's just the way it is. It's what you make out of it, isn't it?
Yeah, some of the best opportunities you come across in your life are in those moments where you get caught with your trousers down and you're desperately trying to pull them up, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when someone is like, oh my god, dude, I love your work, yo, would you like to showcase here? And then next thing you know, you're showcasing there, and it just balloons. But I think the moments of humiliation come with it, you know.
What's next?
Jesus Christ.
It sounds like there's a lot.
What's next? Oh boy. We're negotiating with a place in Camden. We are hoping to do something there for April next year. But also a friend of ours has got a really nice looking exhibition with street artists happening in December 6th. It's a guy called Outside the Zone on our Instagram. So like, he's really cool, really cool. What else is coming next? We've got the solo show for Sam Kerridge happening right now in Eminibar Hackney in Stoke Newington. So that's happening, and the closing party is gonna be on the 26th of November, 29th of November. Yeah, that's when we're doing that. So like, I'm busy inviting people to that. I'm also thinking about potentially doing like a solo show for another artist that we exhibit in September, in March. We'll see what happens with that.
It's constant stuff. What about your own work? What about you? Is that sort of like
My aunt,
pushed away a little bit at the moment?
yes, yeah. My own work, the writing is going really well. I'm writing pretty much every day. Every day.
I'm beginning to dislike you very
But-
much. You're too talented.
And I also know how to sing Frank Sinatra as well.
Oh, right,
So
that's the end of that. Well, I'm still cutting this one.
So like, it's just man, it's like there's this this program by Peter, How We Made Our Millions, the Dragon's Den guy.
Oh, okay,
Peter Jones.
Yeah.
He created this TV series called How We Made Our Millions, and he like interviewed the founder of Altamont Bra, and he asked her like, how did you make your millions? How did you, like, where did you find the wherewithal, the grit, the determination to actually create this incredible like brand, and then to do your crazy marketing to make it successful? Like, how did this come about? And she said it's just also it comes from a place of dark emotions,
Right,
not
okay,
feeling good enough, not feeling like you're going to achieve anything with your life, like worry, all sorts of dark places. And I just try to channel a lot of those dark, pointless emotions into, not pointless, but those dark, twisted emotions into something positive.
That is art, isn't it? That is art in
Yes.
a nutshell. It is from within.
Yes.
It's not just we do it. It is from the heart, and from the heart and the head. It's your life's ups and downs and how you feel. So it's
And there are like, if you like the reason why a lot of people are not successful is because when you try to be successful, you're basically multiplying the amount of shit you're gonna have to eat, basically. Yeah, and sinners, no, seriously, the universe is listening right now, and I know it's listening. But like when you like Les Brown says, Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Like just because you say like, okay, I want to be a millionaire, like no, that's the start of a whole new journey. That's the start of new problems that you never thought you would face in your entire life.
Yeah.
So, do you really want it? If you really want it, but be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah. Are you constantly looking for places to exhibit in?
Yeah, we're constantly location scouting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole job on its own, isn't it?
Exactly. It is. It's just one of those things. Like you got one life to lead. We've got artists now who are always asking, "What's the next thing? What's the next thing?" I sent out so many messages when I was trying to recruit artists for September that like afterwards we still had about 6, 7, 8 people like show up in our inboxes like, "Hey man, like yo, when is the next thing happening? Like yo, can I still join this?"
I mean, like, when you next get a place, I'm there. I'll be there if there's a place for me.
I appreciate it.
Because I'd love to work with you again, and the pair of you, like I said before, are very professional, but I couldn't do your job.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't do your job. It's too much like hard work. I'm lazy. I don't do hard work. It's just that constant looking and we can go in there, and then you've got to work out how many people you can get in and all that. Oh, dear me.
I've had some nights, man. Seriously, I've had some nights where like it hurt.
Yeah.
Where it really did hurt. To sit there like just working, just grinding. You just after work you just want to sit and like just relax and just be a normal human being. Dust off your PS4 and play something and actually get away mentally for a couple of hours.
Like, you're there on the day of hanging. They must be there for hours.
Yeah, like the day of hanging for the most recent exhibition, we were there till 1 a.m. Yeah, we were there till 1 a.m. Like when I tell you my back was hurting.
Oh, I bet.
And I was exhausted, and then the very next day we had to come back and continue hanging up stuff. Yeah.
Wasn't it like 70, 75 pieces there?
77, 77 pieces. Jesus. In fact, 78, because then 2 sold and then it was 76. Yeah.
That was amazing.
God.
Yeah.
So intense.
Yeah.
So intense. And again, it's, when you say like, yeah, we want to be curators, we want to do our own exhibition, great. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to pay the price? That's the...
Yeah, there's more to it than that. This is the thing, this is that fine line when me as an artist moans at exhibitions and places charging what they do.
Yes.
I can understand, like, speaking to you and seeing how hard you and Valentina work, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Because you got to get something out of it. It's your living at the end of the day, isn't it? It's what you do for the love of it and for the hopefully financial reward.
And
I say hopefully because I'm sure that there isn't.
Yes.
But
because we've done 16. We've so far. Sorry, just hold that thought. We've done 16 exhibitions, most of them at a loss.
Yeah.
So,
no, I don't doubt that.
We know the other side of it.
Yeah.
The other side of it is you can literally walk away without your shirt.
Yeah, no, I don't
if
doubt
you're
that
not
at all.
careful.
I can see that.
And people will look at you and say like, thank you for the opportunity, but if you didn't make any money, that's on you. I paid my share. That's it.
Yeah,
it's all done. But sorry.
It's I think most artists would moan about fees and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't see that from that side either.
Yeah.
Which they should. They should take that into account. That I'll come and I'll exhibit with you. I pay your fee, and then I don't sell, and I'll be moaning, going, "Oh, that was no good."
Yeah.
But you ain't seen the organisational part of it from your point of view.
Yeah.
What you've had to find that venue, you've had to then find the artists, and then put it up, advertise, blah 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 blah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and all whilst holding down a 9-to-5 job on top, and like having other commitments, which always percolating in the back, and man, it's crazy. It's actually crazy because at the same time, we can't let it die either.
No.
So we have to keep it alive. We have to keep it alive. We have to keep doing compressions on it, making sure that the vitals are there, and whatever it takes.
Yeah, please. I'm with you all the way. I'll be whenever you got something, and I can, like I said before, I can come in. I would definitely. I want to be one of your regulars.
David.
I love the way you work, and it suits me because you're professional, and I like that. I don't want to have to chase, which some places I do.
Yeah.
I went recently to a place that it was meant to be opened on Saturday. Went up there, my stuff's not up. The previous stuff's not down yet.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's a charity, and a lot of them are volunteers, so I can't stand there and I didn't know. I just went, okay, I'll see you later. They say no, it'll be a couple of days. We're busy.
Jesus.
But I was told the date. I expect that date.
Exactly.
With yourselves, you say something, it's done.
Yeah.
Anything, you then communicate with me for whatever reason, and the way you work like that, that's why I was still surprised that you've VVA'd in a year, because your professionalism is way beyond that.
No,
but I think you're going to do well. I think
we keep on collecting horror stories as well, like from artists, about different situations which have happened. I still remember one artist here, his artwork hung upside down.
No!
Man. And this was one of the most, this was a place in Shoreditch, which is a known gallery, which is very, very expensive. But we won't mention names, but that place, man, they quoted me some crazy prices when I was initially, initially looking to come down and showcase artwork. And then, come to find out, they sold an original which was not supposed to be sold, and then, they hung something upside down. And it's
no.
Jesus Christ, you're charging all that money.
Yeah.
You've got volunteers working in the place. No one is getting paid. You've got volunteers running the gallery. And then on top of it, you're going to...
That's not professional at all. That's
no
not
marketing,
good.
Zero marketing, man.
Yeah,
you're on your own, bro.
I find a lot fail with that as well.
God, have mercy.
Big time with the mug. I mean, Instagram is free technically, and all it takes is just a little bit, really. Marketing can be easy.
Yes, marketing is actually surprisingly straightforward.
Yeah,
but it's really, really, really difficult and tedious.
Yeah. Oh yes.
But it's easy. Like you just reach out to people. Just reach out to people. Hey, do you want to come see this art? Hey, do you want to come buy some art? Hey, do you want to, you talk to 100 people, at least one person's gonna say yes. It's the same thing when we're recruiting artists. We literally just, I'm revealing too much here, but like, I just reach out to people and just have conversations.
Yeah.
And
that's the only way you get out there, isn't it? It's no good just saying, I've got this venue and expect people to come in. You've got to tell them where, when and what's going to happen, haven't you?
Exactly. And sometimes, like, especially when you don't want to spend money on ads, then you need to sit and like maybe send 20, 30, 50, maybe even 100 messages.
Yeah.
And see who will show up. And a lot of the time, some people, like really curious people, will respond to the advert and come.
Yeah.
But 90% of the time, the people who really show up for you are the people who you had a conversation with on Instagram. Or in person sometimes as well. You can just recruit people by just going to art fairs, talking to people face to face. But again, like as an artist, you need to surround yourself with other creatives. You need to be brave and bold and be there, like having these conversations.
Would you ever go for a fixed gallery if you had the opportunity for a building?
Yeah, we would. Yeah, we would, because then we can actually do something which we've been thinking about doing, which is a photo studio for Valentina, actually. Yeah.
Because that's the other services you offer, isn't it? The photographic side as well.
Yes.
You've got so much going on.
But we're so scuppered right now. The business model is currently operating at maybe 20%.
Right, yeah.
Because exhibitions was just one of the services that we wanted to provide. We wanted to provide 6 or 7 other services. Yeah. But it's you do what you can.
No, that's right. It's sort of baby steps all the time, but I think it'll work. And I think with the pair of you the way you are, with nice people as well, which helps. You can talk to you. Yeah. You're not like some guy who he tells his minions to talk to the artists and stuff like that. You're human and nice people. So I think it's a pleasure to have met you.
No, and same to you, David. As
pleasure to have spoken to you.
Yeah.
And thank you very much.
No problem whatsoever.
An honour.
So should we do a quick shout out?
Yeah, you can count. You can.
So I'm at Vifo on Instagram. So VIEFORR. And VVArts is at VVARTS. So should we do a quick shout out?
Yeah, you can count. You can.
So I'm at Vifo on Instagram. So VIEFORR. And VVArts is at VVARTS.studio.
Okay. I'm gonna put all that in the description, so people got to see it, because
awesome.
This has got to grow.
Thank you.
This has really got to grow on.
That was a really interesting conversation with Victor, from an artist, and also an exhibition event organiser, which shows the flip side of this strange world we call art. To see it from an organisational point of view, what goes into it, and listen to Victor, and having actually exhibited in one of his exhibitions. They work very hard, him and Valentina, and we probably don't appreciate that from an artist's point of view. But without speaking to people like himself, you don't know that, so it's interesting to find out another person's angle and what makes them tick. And so we carry on. Coming up to episode 7 next, which will be out again in the usual 2 weeks' time, and another interesting and amazing conversation with an interesting and amazing artist. I'm just loving doing this, and I hope you're loving listening to them. And that was It's Art at the end of the day.